Okay, I had to just uh, record this one little part. Okay, it's what time is it? It's 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and the Asian session is going on. But here's the beautiful part about the Asian session: like these trades do happen. So if you're up trading the Asian session, then this works. I was talking to one of my students earlier today about a couple different topics, and he's like, "Michael, I'm most active at night." I'm like, "Okay, I get that. So let me show you a trade that works." And so here it is. I'm going to flip over to my screen right now and you can see this trade. This is a live market right now, Asian session. It is Sunday, January 21st, and I'm gonna expand this open a little bit and watch this time, okay? Watch this trade with me. So this is transition trade, and we look at the time. So we had 2057 and then 2102. This bar right here is called a transition bar. Okay, the next one after that is the key bar because if this bar keeps going, live. This next bar keeps going the same direction, and even better, orange lines on top, you enter right here, okay? At roughly 46.25. The market's not moving very fast, so you just push enter, and this move down, which is actually kind of a lot for the Asian session, moved from 46.25 all the way down to 44.50. And then after this minute closed, it kind of went up a tick or two, and then it kept on going. This is a thing of beauty, guys. I want to point this particular trade out, if I can. It just worked out fantastic. We do have a parse up here. I don't take the parses and parlays during the Asian session because even though they kind of work, they still could work. You need the volume. But this trade is something that you could do in the Asian session. Okay, I like this trade a lot, and looks like the parse probably works out. So again, what I'm looking for, this is called the transition trade. Okay, I'm looking for a transition bar. So this first bar closed at 2057. Next bar closed at 2102. Okay. I know that this is a transition bar. This is the key. If this bar was green, I wouldn't be talking about this. But since it turned out red, I know if I enter right here, it's a high probability that the price is going to keep going the same direction. And sure enough, in live data, I watched this because it went from 2104 to 2105. This bar closed in 1 minute. Next one took 2 minutes before it came down here. But this is the bar right here. This is where you place your trade. You see the time difference in trade. This is transition. This is the key, and you enter. Go boom, boom, boom. Enter. Okay. So I just had to point that out. I was like, oh, this is beautiful. It happened in the Asian session. And so for those of you who are up in the Asian session looking for a trade, there it is. Okay. Not only does this trade work in the Asian session, it also works in the European and the US session as well. So, like, I like this trade a lot. It's a high probability of wins, especially when the parlays and parsees in the Asian session just aren't running as there's not just not the volume for it. Um, so, man, I'm stoked about this. Okay, do I need to do it one more time? I can show you another spot just for fun. Just for fun. Okay. I'm going to show you one more spot. I'm going to back up a little bit earlier in time. So I'm going to go back to the chart. Let's just kind of go back a little earlier in time and let's see if there's anything else out here. Yeah, this is one right here. Okay. So look at this time. We have 2025, 2028. This is a transition bar. This one closed. This is the key bar. And then you get in right here. I can't. Jeez. This is just one of those freaking brilliant plays that you have to watch this and you have to be like, yes, I can make money off this thing all the time. If you're up late in the night, this is when you need to do it. Okay. So let me point that out again so that we can see it. Pretty much the exact same process that the other one just did. Okay. So let me just show this one more time. Here we go. Okay. 2025, this bar closed. Okay. You got orange down here. It's a totally good play to do this one. Okay. 2025, this closed. 2028, transition bar. Transition bar. Didn't happen the minute afterwards. 2031, this is the key. Okay, you have to wait till this one closes and then you enter in the very next bar. And I wait the whole minute. So this got in at 43.50 and it closed at 40.75. So I mean, more than 6 ticks, which I usually trade here, but this is fantastic. So if you want to trade the Asian European session because you're up, look for these little times, okay? This is just one of those freaking brilliant moves. Now it happens in the US session and it's not 100% guarantee. There's no 100% guarantee. And if you're late, then you miss out a couple trades. It's just that if you're looking for this trade, you could do it. It's a high probability. I was going through the math statistics just recently and I've not completed it, but it's up there. And so it's one of those trades that you can pretty much count on. And if you, if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, then just make two more trades and make the money back. I mean, it's that simple. I know that the trades will come. So, whew. Want to do it again? Want to just pull up a random number? Okay, let's just see something random. This is all live, okay? Like I'm still up and I should be in bed right now because it's getting late for me. So let's just see. Let's just see. Come on. All right, I'm gonna back it up, just kind of random spot. This is a big movement right through here, okay? Uh, 1826. Should we look at this one? Oh, you know what I like? I watched this one. This now, let me just point this out. This was the opening of the Asian session. Okay. This opened down here. Like if you just placed a trade a little above and a little below the last close, I mean, this was golden. This is pretty rare. I missed this because I came in about 9 minutes later and I was like, what just happened? I was not expecting the Asian session to jump that much. I mean, that's a huge jump for the Asians. So good job, guys. Like, way to go. Like, look at this price. 64 all the way up to 89-ish, 88. I mean, where did that come from? Anyways, let's see if the transition bar. So it goes from like 1700, 1702, getting this transition bars right here, 3, 4, okay? So if there is a gap in time between bars and the next one is in the same direction, then you take the buy right here and you ride this bar out for the whole minute, just a minute, no matter how long it is. Okay, this went 96 to 98. I mean, this is roughly 6, 8 ticks you could have gotten off that one. Okay, so it's a smaller process, but hey, it's money just sitting there, and the pattern repeats and repeats, repeats and repeats. Okay. Let me talk about this evening conversation I had with one of my students. When he first got in there, he's like, "Yeah, I try to make $1,000 a day and get qualified as soon as I possibly could." And then, I almost lost account. Then I went down $1,200, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, man, don't do that, don't do that." So now, but he's like, "I figured out I make one trade a day, sometimes two max, and I make $200 is my goal. But the $200 goal, it's a range. So if he's at 120, 140, he calls it good. Okay. You don't have to keep chasing that. You're like, oh, I'm so close. No, 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 no. You just call it good and you come back again tomorrow. For instance, then he's recouped his 1,200 bucks and he's a couple $100 over his even right now. So this is his first original account. So I'm pumped, man. You did great. Okay. So let's get this. Um, should I show that trade one more time just to show that this happens in the Asian session? Okay, let's just pick something. 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, nothing here. Um, this was a transition, but the next bar just went up there, so that's why that didn't work. Let's see. Oh, this big long one. I know there's one or two in this big long one. It's got to be 18, 26, 27, 29. Okay, here's a transition bar. 1827. So 26, 27. Transition bars here. This is the key. And then 32. Oh my goodness. I love it. All right. Okay, this is cool. So let me point this out. So so these bars are forming at 1 minute a pop. Okay. So you get 1826. Boom, done. Bar moves over. 1827. This bar moved over. 1828. What happened to 1828? We don't know. We don't care. But this is the key. Okay. Transition bar, key bar, enter. Okay, that's the sequence. If I could put a T and a K and a transition, like that'd be fantastic. So let me point this again. Watch this time. 1826, 27, 29. Transition bar. Okay, the price went up and down, moved around, but it kept on going. Let's see if the key will do it. If the key keeps going up, we know we're going to enter on the close of this bar. I'm watching the seconds. This bar closed, you enter right here. And this is actually a great movement for the Asian session. Went from 98 all the way up to 03. So that's a $5 move. It's a 20 ticks right there. Oh my goodness. Man, there is just like money just dripping out there. And if you could know how to grab it and figure it out, take the time, follow the rules, you can make this happen. Pump for you guys. All right. Let's call this a video. I'm gonna wrap this thing up here. Three great spots. Trade the Asian session, trade the European session if you're up in the middle of the night, and make this work for you, all right? All right, as my parents always told me, make it a great day and say your prayers.